Hello everybody, good morning, good evening, afternoon, good night, and welcome to the Backstar Grim. I'm your host, Chandler, and let's get this started right away. Today's video, obviously, since the title isn't obvious, we're going to be figuring out the new best methods on how to get rich. Our most recent video, I did do a little face reveal, so that's why the layout's a little bit different. But in case you guys don't remember, my other video was titled Why I'm Rich and You're Not, which is right somewhere over there on the other side of the corner. Not above me, other side. That method's a little bit outdated, and that's because there's no more presents. The Christmas event is over, as you can tell. I have no more presents. They're gone. The machine is gone. So drop farming isn't really that important anymore, and I'm going to get into all these new best messes, new best systems on how to get rich, because this thing changes very, very often, and it's outdated. I want to keep you guys up to date. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started right away. So with our lovely new layer, you guys can actually see my gems, and I did test it out a little bit earlier. I'll show you guys recording in a second. I made around 600k diamonds in 40, 50, 60 minutes. I'm not the best at estimating everything. I will point that out. But it's a very reliable method. Obviously, getting such high amount of diamonds, you gotta sacrifice something. I'm gonna show y'all right now. So we're gonna go ahead and head over to the best area, which is area number 74. It's a little bit laggy. Oh my lord, hello. Alright, so as you can tell, there was no magnet flag. Jay, magnet flag. We can be anywhere in the game. Why on earth are you not using a magnet flag? Well, I did a little bit of math and I realized it's actually a way better flag that I didn't even mention. I didn't even think about it. And let me show y'all. Try to take a lucky guess. What is the best flag for gems? It's not the coins one, obviously. Hasty. I haven't done the math on that, but the diamonds and the fortune flags are actually crazy, and I never thought about it. I'm like, ooh, magnet, because if I use a magnet, I don't need to use a magnet book, so I can have a 40% increase. But silly little old me just realized that 2 times means a 200% buff, which is way better than a 40% buff, or whatever diamond book you have. This is my strongest one at the moment, a 45% buff. A 200 buff is way better. So why on earth did I think about it? No clue. But this is why I'm here to tell y'all about it. Okay, this is the new best method. I'm explaining this to y'all right now. Y'all got a little touch, but let's get straight into all the lovely numbers and details. Alright, method number 1, let's get started. So our first method to get rich is the most obvious one. Gems. How else? You're not going to give them a hug and they're going to give you Titanic in return. No, you got to work your ass off for these. But that's okay, because I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. The right way. So, number 1 is to use the proper enchants. Come on, enchants and potions, they're way different in this Pet Simulator 9 instead of Pet Simulator X. Pet Simulator X, we don't care about that. We care about Pet Simulator 9 and how the system works now. So, obviously, we're going to have it to our enchants, because where else would we go? And you see that this is my current loadout for the gems, I would say. Again, I made 500k in 50 minutes using a potion, obviously, which we'll get to in a second. So you can see I have Diamonds VI, I have Fortune, which is basically equivalent to a Diamonds V. It doesn't really matter that much. I recommend to definitely go for the Diamonds V instead of Fortune. It works the same. You're not going to need those coins because you're going to get those just by grinding diamonds anyways. So I don't recommend spending the extra money on the Fortune. Just go for a Diamonds V, or even go for a higher Diamonds. That's perfectly okay too. We want 2 crits. That's what I do, since it helps my pets really break all of the breakables a lot faster. And the faster, the more we break, the more gems, etc, etc, etc. And obviously we need a magnet, because if we're standing here in the middle and we don't have a magnet, there's going to be orbs that we're laying around and we're missing out. Now, obviously, if you want, you can definitely sacrifice the magnet for another diamond. Personally, I see myself gaining more diamonds when I'm using a magnet, because those lovely juicy diamonds are stuck in the corners. I can't really reach them. So, instead of a magnet, like I just said earlier, we use a magnet book instead of a magnet flag, because 2 times is 200%. Now, obviously, this is the part where it's going to get a little bit tricky. If you really want that insane amount of diamonds gained, you're going to want a tiny task. And I'm going to explain what that is in a second. So, we discover the enchantments. We know what we're doing. Okay, you guys have got me so far. Our next one is potions. Obviously, again, these are way different than Pessimism. These are really, really strong. So currently, I did AFK overnight. I did a way different method that is really complicated and not sufficient for gems, more for drops. I have a lot of basic diamond potions. They're all over the place. But currently, I got these just by completing my ranked. Ranked is tough. Ranked is tough. I would tell you right there now. But I got a diamond potion VI, and I used that. Yes, it's a 70% increase. That's why I got 500k in 50 minutes. That's half a million in an hour for a diamonds VI. That's crazy. If you want gems quickly, you should definitely upgrade these potions. But if you're grinding overnight, I wouldn't recommend doing it, and I'm going to explain y'all why right away. So for short term, it's a diamond potion VI. But for long term, I tend myself to stop at the diamond potions 3 or diamond potions 4 IV. Obviously, I use these first because I got those for free anyways, just by ranked and whatnot. But I kind of stop at Diamond Potion 3 because when you're AFKing, you're most of the time you should be asleep when you're AFK, because if not, you're all over the place, waste of potions. So when I'm taking a little nap in my bed, right, I turn off my monitor, I get my beauty rest, I wake back up. Most of the time, one of my diamond potions are still running. But if I upgrade all of this all the way till the diamond potion V's, it's gonna be out, and I probably would not have earned as much. Anyways, like I was saying, you're going for the long term. The long term, you're gonna run out, so you would make more in the end. Obviously, I do not have the exact numbers. I'm not really gonna bore it with you, but it makes sense, right? I mean, now eventually, theoretically speaking, if you grind with only diamond potions one, that wouldn't really be worth it. Wouldn't be really worth it. I think this is just the best for me. I most likely will try the diamond potion IV and see if I make more in the exact same amount of time. We will see, and I will let y'all know probably in another video, because when the game updates, this isn't going to be the best method anymore, and obviously it's going to be a new method or whatnot, but I'll definitely let y'all know in another video. Right, step number 3, I mentioned already. I know, I mean, we're yapping a lot. So, obviously, I already explained pretty much to you guys, like, halfway through every single little step, why the diamonds flag and the fortune flag is better than the magnet flag. Quick recap: magnet, it's okay, you're losing a 40% buff. When you use diamonds, you have a 200% buff. When you have the fortune flag, you have a 250% buff. That's better than a 40% buff. Good, okay, we're happy. Let's go to the next step. Quick little interruption because I forgot to show you what on earth Tiny Task is. Tiny Task is a cute little program that you see on the top right of my screen. It's a little system that records your movements when you want it to. Don't worry, it's not Chinese spyware. So I'm going to show y'all really quick what it does. I was using Fortune earlier for my 500k in 50 minutes. Unless you have tons of Fortune flags, you can do that too, but I'm just going to do diamonds because I have 1,000 of those, and I want to be safe and not break the system. So I'm going to do, as you see, I have a Fortune recording. So I'm going to do is click play. There are settings to make it 0.5 speed, because sometimes the game does lag, so the pop-up takes a message, so it takes a second to load, and continuous playback, so it does it all night. And as you can see, we placed one down. There we go. It does it all the time, though. It's not like every 5 minutes do it. There's probably a more difficult version for that. So, obviously, when you're trying to place down a flag, and we have a flag down, it pops up with a little message. But don't worry, I already have that just by simply. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. And it'll do this over and over all night. It's basically just like an auto clicker, but it actually does something. So, no, it will not disconnect you, just like an auto clicker. As you can see, it's still going. It'll do this all night to make sure that we get that 250% diamond or 200% diamond buff. I am here to tell you why this might not work. I know. Who would have thought there's some flaws in this method? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. We head over to our lovely pet collection. You can see I have 61 Yujas equipped. 61 Yujas. Do you have 61 Yujas? Maybe you have a little bit more. Maybe a little bit less. Still, at the end of the day, do you have that many Yujas to equip at once? No. So will you earn less diamonds than me? Yes. Is it still an effective method? It can get you hundreds of thousands overnight. Yes, I get around 2 million overnight with using my tier 3 potions. So keep that in mind. The tier number of potion does matter. It does. But I get around 2 million overnight. We're just like 6-7 hours. That's why I look tired. But just remember that it is effective. You might make more, if you use a different type of potions or if you have stronger enchantments. If you spent that a lot of gems to go to get the superior diamond enchantment, which is the Diamonds VII, then first of all, you're crazy. Why are you watching this? You're rich enough already. Go buy Titanic. But if it's just like me, we're over here making our low ends meet, then just remember, you might make a little bit less. That's perfectly okay. We're going to go on to method number 2 on how to get some gems. Or at least how to be rich. Method lovely number 2, if you guys don't remember from my other video on why I'm rich and you're not, we're just a little bit of rage baiting, but it's okay because we're doing it for this one too. So in case you guys don't remember, I also explained drop farming, which was mainly focused on the present, since the present were worth something. Actually, believe it or not, I got it on camera. I'm not going to show. It's pretty weird quality. But I did hatch a huge narwhal. It took me like, I would say 20, 25 Titanic presents. And I got that from drop farming. Now, drop farming isn't as, I would say, important anymore. And I'm going to explain why you shouldn't really focus on it. Yes, you could still, can get a lot of charm stones and a lot of keys and fruits, gifts, whatnot. But we're here for gems. We're not here to have junk left and right sitting in our inventory. So, we are not really focusing on the Treasure Hunter VI books anymore. I don't use them. I wouldn't recommend selling them. I do explain what you should, what you shouldn't sell, what you buy and you shouldn't buy later in the video. So, don't worry about that. So basically, your next question always says, well, Jay, if I'm not drop farming, how am I getting all these enchantments? How am I getting all these potions? How am I getting all these items with fruits and whatnot? Like, I'm not drop farming anymore? Like, but how can I get these potions? Well, very simple question. You get them while you're diamond farming. With one, obviously, simple solution. If I zoom over here right now, I'm probably going to get, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 fruit. Yeah, I got some basic stuff already. If I do this overnight, I'm going to wake up with a lot more. Place on a quick diamond flag. But as you can see, I have a lot of fruit. And that is also initially from my normal drop farming, where I got like a couple hundred every night, and I did it for like a week straight. But our new best way, really, if you want to go for drops, still do your diamond loadout. If you really want, you can replace one of your diamond books with a treasure hunter. I wouldn't do it personally. But what you do is you just throw on treasure hunter potions. It's okay. I leave them on overnight, and I get lots and lots of potions, in case you couldn't tell. I still get lots. I still got plenty. So, honestly, you don't really need to use treasure hunter. It's pretty much just kind of built in with your diamond farming with the potions that you use. And I'm going to explain the best potion that you should use for farming right now. So, quick little segment. The best potions that you should use for farming are pretty self-explanatory. Coins. Unless you're going broke and you have like not a single coin whatsoever, I guess you could throw one on. I would just say one and you'll be good to go. But honestly, not the necessary strength. Makes your pets go faster, bracing's faster, more gems, more drops, etc., etc. Yes, throw those on. You can use your divine first. That's fine too. If you want, you can sell them. I don't really care. Your diamond ones. We're diamond farming. We're throwing on diamond potions and treasure hunter. Well, if you want those, if you're going for those drops, which I put them on all night anyways, with my simple treasure hunter 3s and IVs, I just throw them on just so I can get some more potions. So I recommend doing that as well. Speed potions, I just throw those on. It makes your pet goes faster, I guess, which like makes them like run to other things faster. I throw it on because like what else am I gonna do with it? They're worth absolutely nothing. So I do that, but the main one you really gotta focus on is the strength, the diamond, and the treasure hunter. Our third method to get ish rich. This is the most effective in getting rich. It's just more effective in case you're not in the mood to farm diamonds, which is perfectly okay. So or you're out of flags, so we got reasons. As you can see behind me, we got my lovely little alt just chilling over there. He's been hatching eggs for the past 2 days. We have no huge. I've been hatching left and right too. Haven't really got any huge. Now, I'm going to explain why you're probably not hatching good pets or huge pets or shiny pets or whatever and whatnot out of these best eggs right now. So, we're going to go to our enchants, obviously. We're going to take all this off. We're going for the eggs. Obviously, if you have huge hunter, throw that on. Got shiny hunter, throw that on. If you have any huge hunters or shiny hunters, I recommend throwing those on first before the lucky eggs enchantments. Obviously, this is my current loadout. I don't spend gems getting the books if I drop farm while diamond farming, so pretty easy for me. Well, let me explain individually which each one of these main enchantments do. If you're throwing on any other enchantments than lucky, shiny, or huge while hatching, what what are you doing? So we're gonna start off with the most obvious. We want to hatch Yujits. We all love Yujits. We want to get to Titanics. I might buy the Titanic plushie from Big Games. The Axolotl, I know. Anyways, so the most basic enchantment that if you want to get when you're hatching is the Huge Hunter. Increase the odds of hatching active huge pets by 25%. That's a pretty high percentage. Now, for some reason, this hasn't, a lot of people haven't thought of this, but why on earth would you put this on 25% huge chance increase if you could just increase your egg luck by 110%? To that I answer, lucky eggs and chance do not buff huge chances. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I know, I didn't even think that in. I'm like, well, maybe it does something. But no, that increases 110% chance. Why is it worth so much less than Huge Hunter? Because Lucky Eggs does not buff Huge Hunter. Huge Hunter only buffs Huges. That's it. It doesn't buff all your other eggs, all your other pets. It doesn't do all of that. It's just pointed towards Huges and nothing else. Nothing else buffs your huge chances. So if you're trying to hatch Huges, have a full team. I would say have 5 Huge Hunters, and if you did buy an extra slot, which you totally should, but okay, we're covering that in a different video on what you should and shouldn't buy in the Trading Plaza and in the exclusive shop, Game Pass wise. So if you did buy one, smart you. I would throw it on a Shiny Hunter, maybe 2 Shiny Hunters, and the rest are Huge Hunters. That is currently the best known method for hashing Huges, since, we want some shiny pets. They're worth something too. Unless you're going just straight for Huges and you don't care if it's golden, rainbow, or shiny, then sure, have a full deck of Huges. That's perfectly okay as well. Our next book is the lovely, lovely Shiny Hunter book, which increases the odds of hatching shiny pets by 60%. Pretty self-explanatory. It does not buff chances for Huges. It does not buff your egg luck. It just buffs the chance of getting shiny pets. And we love shiny pets. They're pretty shiny. But, alright, that's Shiny Hunter. And our last one is the Lucky Eggs. Now, if you're using a full set of Lucky, and the only reason you should use a full set of Lucky is if you don't have a Shiny or you don't have a Hunter. If you do, but what? Anyways, so Lucky Eggs, it only buffs your pets, like these pets. It does not buff your huge whatsoever. It only buffs that pet, that pet, that pet, that pet, that pet, that pet. Basically, only buffs those pets, only buffs those pets, only buffs those pets, does not buff the huge, because huge hunter is only targeted towards that and not the lucky eggs. Pretty self-explanatory. So if you're trying to hatch imps, then sure, have a full set of lucky. I definitely recommend throwing in a shiny though, because what if we get a rainbow shiny one? That's not that bad. I hatched 2 overnight, and I haven't even checked my alt yet, so maybe we'll get something good. I don't know. I don't have magical eggs on my alt, but who knows? So if you're trying to get those basic pets, then yes, huge lucky. If you're trying to hatch huges, use 4 huge hunters and then as many shinies as possible. That's the method for lucky eggs. I wish you the best of luck. I personally, my opinion, I still think the diamonds is the best way. Because you're going to get a huge faster by grinding diamonds than by hatching a huge. That's just like, unless you have some crazy luck and you believe in yourself, then you go do that. But if you have no faith in yourself, go farm some diamonds. For some reason, I forgot to mention that in all of my spiel. Use lucky potions, will ya? Well, what do we do when we're not sleeping, when we're not trying to be AFK? We just want to play the game. Well, we got a couple solutions for that too. Go collect all of your lovely, lovely, free stuff. All the potions, all the enchants, buy it all. Do it. Okay. You might not notice it, but in the long term, you do that like 3 or 4 times, you have 1,000. There's an area where you get 1,000 every 3 or 4 hours. So just claim it. It doesn't take that long. Take care of your daycare. Do the minigame. I don't do the minigames, so. But if you want to get some extra drops, then you can do that too. But The last supplyable method, if you are bored out of your mind, I guess you could go in the trading plaza. So I'm going to start by saying I don't really go in the trading plaza that often, unless I'm rich, to buy huges. Because honestly, I think it's a wasting time. Instead of sitting here doing nothing, you could be grinding gems with your max enchants, with your potions, with your diamond flags and whatnot. But if you're bored out of your mind and your inventory is stacked and you feel like something you have is worth something, then go to a trading plaza and go sell it. So what I recommend selling, obviously, anything and everything you can, which is pets, enchants, items, charms, eggs, whatever and whatnot. I do cover the eggs, the exclusive eggs, in next video, so make sure to check that out when it's out. So, obviously, when you drop farm, we all know you get a lot of lower half pistol keys. I buy. So what you can do is you can make a circle, attach it to the key and use it. Make the upper half. Should be worth more. That's disappointing. But that's okay. That's okay. So, obviously, when do you sell some of these items? You can only sell at specific times when they're worth something. So these keys, they're always worth something. I underball it just a little bit. I'm not trying to sell right now, so that's why they're a little bit expensive. Enchantments. If you don't use enchantments, for example, tap powers or strong pets aren't that good. Crits are stronger than Crits are stronger than strong pets enchantment. There we go. They're stronger, so I don't really use it. So sure, I'll sell that too. Coins, potions. I always grind overnight. I never need any coins, so sure, we'll sell those too. Lightning books, once again, I don't use as enchantments, so I'm going to sell it. Coins charm, again, I don't really need coins, so I'm just going to go ahead and sell that, try to see if I can make a couple of extra bucks off of it. Now, obviously, you're also questioning, what about the pets part? But when should we sell those? Well, let me remove that real quick. We have some pets. So, when the update drops, obviously, everybody wants the new best pet. This was worth $1 million a couple days ago. Now it's almost nothing. Why? Because a lot of people are getting them now. So why do we need so many? It's still 22k exists, which is not a lot. But, you know, these pets you should sell when they come out. Because then everybody wants them. Everybody wants a new strongest pet. Why? So they can diamond grind. What? So, when's the best time to sell some of your normal damage pets? When they come out. The later they are, for example, I mean, what was the old strongest pet? That one. It doesn't even have a wrap anymore. Why? Because we don't care about it. We care about the imps. That's a really stupid name, by the way. Exclusive pets, you can sell them whenever. Really, doesn't matter. Also, huge pets, you can sell them wherever. They'll always go up in value, so no matter what, you always miss out on a couple million in a couple of weeks. So honestly, suck it up, cry about it. You want to sell something, go sell it. But just remember, when you sell something, you will never find it for cheaper or for the same price. Remember that. So get attached to your huges because they're stuck with you forever. Unless you blow them up. Without further ado, I definitely hope this quick little guide tutorial of me yapping for like 25 minutes is going to help you out. If not, then that kind of sucks, and let me know, and I'll try to help you out. But without further ado, thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it very, very much, and I hope to see you again sooner or later. Bye. Bye, everybody.